Hi, I'm Linda Lee Ratto, and just for a few minutes today, I'd like to address a challenging child or a difficult child. If you've come to this short video, you're looking for some help. And sometimes a child can overwhelm our family, and I'd like to give you a couple of tips as an educator, former principal, and education materials business owner. Certainly, you can contact me for customized coaching at lindaleeratto.com, ratto.com. Dr. David asked me to just give a few tips in our Building Strength webinar series for how you might help yourself out of a jam with your kids. The first activity that I have found the most successful of all is sitting and having scribbling art time. Just blank pieces of paper and several colors of crayons or markers. And sit with your child and just ask to scribble. This is actually an art activity, an art therapy activity that I learned from Dr. Bernie Siegel in his book, Love, Medicine, and Miracles. So I just like to thank Dr. Siegel for allowing me to share this with families who have challenging children or moments where they feel overwhelmed. The scribble art is done for 5 to 10 minutes straight, where you actually don't talk. You just allow the child to keep scribbling. If you do the same thing, you will notice a pathway that forms from darker colored crayons or markers to light. So you should have about 10 or 12 pieces of blank paper, and certainly this can be scrap paper, where you say, okay, we're going to have a time where we're just going to scribble out our feelings. We both are frustrated, and I'm going to do the same thing with you. And so you can do this in the same room, you can do this in opposite rooms, you can do it at the same table. However, you do the same thing. Allow the child to scribble, 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 and then give them a new piece of paper and scribble. And do that for 10 or 12 pieces of paper. What will happen is you'll see, as I said, a progression of using darker colors to light. And then after that, just sit and talk about how you're feeling with the child. This releases tension, it releases anxiety, and really is a refreshing activity, surprisingly. So try that scribble art sometime. Secondly, take a special notebook or a journal that's just for you and your child, where you have a personal meeting, if you will. And it's called listening time, or I'm your thirsty ear time. And you sit and scribe what your child says to you. And this journal can be pulled out at any time. However, once a week or maybe every couple of days, if you're having a challenging week, you actually sit and the only thing you do is ask, what's going on inside? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? And you write these things down. Now, if you have time, you can read them back to the child, or you might do that later on in the week, or maybe every month, read back how you were feeling. And what you'll see is this honoring feeling that comes over your child that he or she has been listened to. Every voice in our world wants to be heard. You want to be heard, and especially children. And sometimes when you're dealing with challenges such as a child not fitting in, having a learning disability, having just something that doesn't allow your child to feel a solid member of school, classroom. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the listening of the child that nurtures that soul. And keep this journal, especially for times where you have the most frustration, and you will be surprised how it can lift the spirits in your family. Hope these 2 steps have given you some ideas for yourself, and good luck and best wishes for your child and your family. Thanks for listening. Contact me for more information, lindaleeratto.com.